Hey Sag, how are you? Welcome. Bringing you a general reading for the collective of Sagittarius Sun and Rising. Not real date or time specific, except that we have two major cosmic events. In a couple days, we're going to have your full moon. It is called the, I got my notes, Super Flower Blood full moon in Sagittarius. It is also our first eclipse. So a full moon lunar eclipse on the 26th of May 2021. So that's going to pack a punch, and being that it's your full moon, it could be a real powerful source of energy for you. Definitely calling in some closings. You know, full moons, we close things out and we release, right? We let go. So very powerful. Could be very powerful for you, Sag. Also, on the 29th of May 2021, we have Mercury stationing retrograde. We're in the shadow phase now. So if you've been feeling like you're kind of walking through quicksand, or your thoughts have been foggy, or stuff has been coming up and you don't know where it's coming from, maybe even a little emotional, it's all from that. So those are the two events happening now. In addition to a bunch of other retrogrades. Saturn just went retrograde, Pluto's retrograde, so Mercury's going to join them in a few days. Lots of retrograde energy. Yeah, it kind of causes all of us to want to sit down and take a breath, because it's a lot of slow moving energy. That's really all I wanted to share with you. This is also for the collective, so it will not resonate with everyone in the event that it doesn't. And you're here as a Sagittarius Sun. You can always check out your rising sign reading, or be a cross watcher. Watch the Sun or rising readings for your divine counterpart. That often brings in beautiful messages. So I'm pulling from the Enchanted Map, one card for you, Sag. Gorgeous card. Card 25. 2 and 5 is 7. Metamorphosis. Look at the beautiful card, Metamorphosis. So I'm going to read it for you. It's upright, so that's good. I love this card. It's so pretty. So it says, butterflies earn their wings through great effort. The process of change is often painful, for it is never without losses and sacrifices. If you are to transform from one form to another, a part of you needs to die. That's the death card. Letting go isn't easy, especially when you're used to thinking a certain way about your life and how you live it. Just as a snake sheds its dead skin, or a caterpillar dies so that a butterfly can be born, you're required to release your old ideas and embrace a necessary change so you can live your best life. Perhaps you're being asked to let go of low self-worth, a dream that no longer serves you, a relationship that is draining, or unhealthy habits. Despite your fear, you must accept that this is a transformational time for you. There will be some loss involved, but you'll love what you become. I'm telling you, I think this moon is going to be huge for you, Sag. Let what wants to go, go. Do not get the death grip onto something that no longer serves you. I feel like this full moon, it's a super moon, it's a lunar eclipse, is coming in for all of us, you know, to kind of shake us up and get us to go through that transformation experience. But you have to let go. Okay, so let's see what's coming through in your relationships. This is a love reading for Sagittarius, Sun and Rising. Okay, so this is your anchor card. It was your anchor card in the morning musing that I did for the members. Also, there's a link below to the membership. If you want to join us, check it out. There's a link right in the description box below the video. So, High Priestess. So this is about tapping into your intuition, especially if things are changing and shifting for you. You may really need to connect to your higher self. I think both these cards are suggesting that. The morning oracle card was called Endless Possibilities, and it was just gorgeous, but it was also talking about the third eye and intuition. So you're getting lots of hints here toward connecting to your higher self. Let's see what's coming through. 7 of Swords, Justice, Emperor. I'll just walk you through it in a minute. Wow, wow, wow. Let me pull the cards. Top row here is divine masculine's energy. Second row here is divine feminine. So it could come through reversed for you, especially if you're here as a cross watcher. Just make a note of it and reverse everything I say. But it's looking to me like in the past, we have two sevens here, which is interesting. Masculine with the Seven of Swords and the feminine with the Seven of Pentacles. So again, this is about, for the masculine, maybe trying to escape a situation. The Seven of Swords, I will clarify it, often seems, it's got so many different meanings, and I don't like to pigeonhole it into one specific spot. So some people think it's about lying or cheating. I just think it's avoidance, it's deception, it's self-deception sometimes. It's just trying to get out of a situation, and we can't always do that from a high level. Sometimes we have to be a little shady to get those needs met, to get out of an uncomfortable situation. That's what is coming through for me here, because their present experience now is justice. And justice is about balance and things being set right or fair, some measure of vindication. Could have been escaping a situation that needed a legal outcome even. Think of separation or divorce. That's coming through as well. But I'm feeling like right now this masculine's feeling pretty vindicated. They got out of Dodge. They got out of a situation, and they're feeling that sense of vindication and things like the level playing field coming in the future, stepping into their full power in the role of the Emperor, the divine masculine energy, much more in their power center, feeling empowered, strong. This is about taking action. For the feminine in the past, the Seven of Pentacles, that is planting the seeds and understanding to some degree that the day you plant the seed isn't the day you eat the fruit, right? It takes time. So there's patience here with the Seven of Pentacles. Once I clarify it, we'll see if it's reversed, if it's coming through as some measure of impatience. But I don't see it that way because we have the Wheel of Fortune right now. So this is a feminine who's kind of turned it over. This is Jupiter. Right? This is Jupiter. This is your card, Sag. It's basically saying, you know, luck is on your side. If you just kind of let go of the reins, if you kind of turn over the control, let nature take its course and understand that Spirit has a plan. So I'm feeling pretty good. That's maybe why this High Priestess card comes out. Could also mean that you two are in separation and not communicating very much as well. That's another possible meaning. And then in the future, the feminine, Six of Swords, moving to calmer waters, getting beyond a situation that was uncomfortable or, you know, maybe too much drama or too turbulent. So let's go ahead and clarify. I'm going to start with the High Priestess. Get a feel for what she's here for. I'm feeling the co-creative energy. Hermit. Wow. So there's been a lot of inner work. I do feel like maybe you're not in communication, but you're sort of trying to gauge the you know, read the room is what I feel coming through with the High Priestess. Underneath is the Nine of Cups. So the Nine of Cups is wish fulfillment. The Hermit represents that solitary journey, but it's a look inward, and it's about self-awareness, self-discovery. Which is a solitary job, but there's some readiness now for this co-creative energy, you, your divine counterpart in spirit, working together co-creatively to take the connection maybe up a notch, but I'm not sure you're in communication right now. So this is all in the planning stages. It's something that you may be both sort of feeling intuitively at the same time. It would represent a wish fulfilled. So I'm feeling like you're trying to come back together, at least into some measure of communication. Seven of Swords in the past. Oh my gosh. Yeah, this is a very specific reading. Five of Pentacles, and I will take the Justice card too, because I kind of feel like this is a specific reading. I'm looking at a masculine who was trying to manifest their way out of a marriage, or out of a, let me just say, a formalized connection, maybe a long time committed partnership, because these two cards together, the combo of the Seven of Swords and the Magician, isn't great energy. It's kind of trickster-ish. It's somebody who's got a hidden agenda, and then it's clarified by the Hierophant, which is often a card of marriage. So I'm just seeing it that way. What's underneath, Five of Pentacles, so there's some measure of instability, the masculine sort of feeling almost as if I've got to get the heck out of this situation, total abandonment, and the Justice card. So Justice is here now, which suggests to me that I may be reading, Sag, for someone here who has already started a process to exit another connection, or this connection. Especially if you're here and you're married. Oh my goodness. Okay, so Justice. And taking the time to heal. So I feel this is a masculine who got out of a very long-term committed connection, maybe with not much to their name. Five of Pentacles. It could have been a very unstable time, even financially. And the Justice card is that sort of energy coming through of, yeah, now that we've got a level playing field, maybe they've gotten out of the situation, they need the time to heal. Four of Swords. And there are the regrets at Five of Cups. Wow. Regrets of the past, mistakes of the past. Woo. Seven of Wands. I feel like this masculine did what had to be done. That's the way it's coming through. They had to stand up for themselves, even if they regretted the way that it kind of all fell out. I'm saying that because I see the World card, endings and new beginnings. So I am seeing a separation, a divorce, a finalized ending of some sort. They may have gone about it in a way that they're not super proud of, quite frankly. And yet it was necessary. You know, sometimes we got to do what we got to do to protect ourselves, and I'm feeling like there was some need that this masculine had to stand up for themselves so they could close out a cycle. And now here they are in the divine masculine energy in the future. So healing right now. I feel like they're back on solid ground. They're integrating Justice, integration, integrating everything they've learned from this experience. It's difficult, challenging. Woo. Emperor, Eight of Cups. Ooh. I feel like they're in the future going in search of their, their passion. Going in search of what lights them up and inspires them. Temperance underneath. All right, so that's kind of interesting. The Emperor with Temperance underneath tells me that it's a masculine who's mature enough to know that, they can't act on instant gratification. Things take time, require self-control and restraint. But we're looking at somebody who's walking away from what doesn't serve them and going toward this Ace of Wands, something that inspires them. This is a divine gift of inspired passion, is how I like to describe the Ace of Wands. But they also know that they can't, they can't be too impulsive about it. So the Temperance card is there underneath as a guide for the masculine to understand the wisdom of the waiting, of the patience. We have a feminine Seven of Pentacles in the past, waiting on something, maybe waiting for this masculine to get out of another situation. That's very possible. Four of Pentacles, Seven of Pentacles again. Wow. And the Strength card. So there's something here that this feminine didn't want to let go of. The Four of Pentacles is kind of closed off and guarded. maybe creating some boundaries that were necessary here. But the Seven of Pentacles twice tells me that this feminine understood that there was not, like, they weren't in the control position. So this is somebody who's also in self-protection mode and sort of persevering, gathering up their strength, their courage, their confidence, knowing that they can overcome any challenge. To me, the challenge is possibly around boundaries and having to wait. So the Four of Pentacles can be kind of closed off and not wanting to give over of yourself, your heart, your time, your energy, your resources. It can be a little stingy, but in my opinion, the way it's coming through is it's more self-protected. It's more about the boundaries and less about any measure of selfishness in this case. So that feels like it makes sense to me, especially if they were waiting on a masculine who was in another connection, right? That Four of Pentacles then is very smart because it's about having good boundaries and not setting yourself up for, you know, for disappointment. The Strength card underneath kind of kept this feminine going while waiting. And now we've got the beautiful Wheel of Fortune, a card of divine timing. King of Pentacles, yes. Wow. So let me just get another card, Two of Swords. So this Wheel of Fortune is moving forward, although we're at a crossroads right now. Ace of Swords, waiting for some big truth, or kind of feeling some energy coming through that is clarifying something. That's what I'm seeing here. The Ace of Swords on the Two of Swords. This is a moment where you go within to kind of find, like, get clarity on a situation. It seems to me that this King of Pentacles is this masculine. It's a masculine archetype of life partner. And I kind of feel like this feminine's attitude is, if it's meant to be, it will be. If this person, you know, is going to commit to the connection, it will be. But at the same time, there's something this feminine's trying to decide. There's a decision here. And that Ace of Swords underneath lets me know as a reader that they're kind of waiting for that moment, that flash of insight, that clarity to kind of kick in out of nowhere. You know how that happens when you're really trying to see something clearly, but you're a little too close to the end of your nose, and then you pull back just a little bit and you go, oh, now I get it. So the Ace of Swords is great because it's kind of also a yes from the universe. So whatever this feminine, whatever clarity is found, it's being confirmed that you're spot on. So if you're here as a feminine, continue to take the time to do that inner work. It's very interesting. We've got inner work here as a part of the anchoring of the whole reading. I'm now looking at the Three of Pentacles more as the two of you coming back together after a period of separation, working on the connection together with the wisdom from your travels, from your inner journey. When I say travel, I mean within. So I kind of feel like wish fulfillment underneath is like that would make everything have been worth it, if that makes sense to you. So now we see the Six of Swords in the future with the Emperor. Emperor going toward their passion, but knowing that they have to kind of guard themselves against impulse behavior. And the feminine, Six of Swords and the Page of Pentacles. Page of Pentacles has lots of meanings too, and the way it's coming through here is, you know, just one baby step at a time. It feels like moving forward towards something more balanced. Maybe there's a little bit more that has to be learned. So this feminine is approaching it with beginner's mind. Hanged Man. Yes, now both of you, check it out. Temperance and Hanged Man. So Temperance is a card of Sagittarius, just in case you didn't know that. And this is Pisces. But what I like is both of those cards represent a delay of instant gratification. The Hanged Man is looking at the big picture, trying to see things from all angles or with, you know, fresh eyes as they're learning something new in this situation, getting past all, you know, the chaos and the turbulence Wow, divine feminine underneath. So now we have the feminine and the masculine in the future, taking time, one baby step at a time. Both of you guarding against impulsive decisions or actions, which is good. It feels really nice. What I'd like to see is what would be the best thing for you to focus on with regard to the connection. What are the blocks or challenges to love here? And then what can you do about it or expect to come of it? Then I will also pull some guidance cards for you from your spiritual team, from the universe. We'll see what kind of words of wisdom come in, any guidance, or sometimes it comes in as a warning, something to be on the lookout for. Also, what's hidden from you, what's going on behind the scenes that you don't know about. Or that you have no control over, and then the outcome. I will also pull cards for the messages from the masculine to the feminine and the feminine to the masculine. So if this is speaking to you, Sag, the link is below in the description box, and I'll see you at the extended in a second. Otherwise, take care, and I'm going to see you probably tomorrow for the full moon in Sagittarius reading, so that will be up for you as well. Take care. Bye.